At the exact center of the United States, where the Missouri River bends sharply to the east, lies a city that has consistently punched above its weight. It is a city defined by jazz, barbecue, and the rugged spirit of the American frontier. This is Kansas City, Missouri, a town built on the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. To understand modern Kansas City, one must look beyond its vibrant culinary scene and bustling districts. We must look back to the geography that dictated its rise, the confluence of two great rivers. Today, we explore the history of Kansas City, the crossroads of America. Long before it was a city, the area was a strategic pivot point for indigenous peoples, including the Osage, Kansa, and Oto nations. In the early 19th century, the Lewis and Clark expedition noted the location's significance, but it was the arrival of French fur traders like François Chouteau in 1821 that laid the foundation for permanent commerce. Chouteau established a trading post near the Missouri River, capitalizing on the reliable water route for shipping furs. By the 1830s, the town of Kansas was formally organized. Its location was its destiny. It became the primary jumping-off point for the Santa Fe, Oregon, and California trails. Thousands of pioneers passed through these muddy streets, buying supplies and preparing for the arduous trek westward. As the 19th century closed, Kansas City's trajectory shifted from a supply depot to a national logistical powerhouse. The arrival of the railroad in 1869 changed everything. When the Hannibal Bridge spanned the Missouri River, Kansas City secured its position as the regional rail hub. With the rails came the cattle. The Kansas City stockyards soon became the second largest in the nation, trailing only Chicago. This industry necessitated a massive workforce and solidified the city's reputation as a blue-collar industrial giant. However, this explosive growth occurred within a complex political ecosystem. In the early 20th century, the city came under the sway of political boss Tom Pendergast. While his machine was rooted in corruption and vice, it also facilitated massive public works projects. During the Great Depression, when other cities struggled to survive, Pendergast's influence ensured that Kansas City built its grandest monuments, including the iconic City Hall and the historic Municipal Auditorium. It was an era of paradox, a city both notorious for its bootlegging and celebrated for its architectural ambition. While the politicians built the infrastructure, the musicians built the soul. During the Prohibition era, Kansas City became an open town. While the rest of the nation faced strict regulations, the jazz clubs of the 18th and Vine District thrived. This was the birth of the Kansas City Sound. It was characterized by a driving, blues-based swing that differed from the orchestrated sounds of New York or Chicago. Legends like Count Basie, Benny Moten, and the incomparable Charlie Bird Parker honed their craft in these smoke-filled clubs. The city became a sanctuary for creative expression, fostering a musical legacy that remains a cornerstone of American culture today. Simultaneously, the city's culinary identity was evolving. Pitmasters, influenced by the migration of workers from the Deep South, perfected the slow-smoking techniques that would eventually turn Kansas City into the barbecue capital of the world. By mid-century, Kansas City was no longer just a rail stop. It was a cultural destination. No historical narrative is without its trials. The mid to late 20th century brought the challenges of deindustrialization, suburban flight, and racial segregation. a history deeply etched in the city's urban design and social fabric. The 1968 riots following the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. marked a period of immense pain and soul-searching for a city trying to reconcile its past with a vision for the future. However, the turn of the 21st century signaled a deliberate pivot toward renewal. Civic leaders and private investors began a massive revitalization effort. The decade-long development of the Power and Light District, the expansion of the streetcar system, and the construction of state-of-the-art facilities like the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts have repositioned Kansas City as a city of the future. Today, the city boasts a thriving tech scene, a world-class arts culture, and a downtown that has successfully transitioned from a quiet administrative hub to a vibrant center of residential and entertainment activity. From a muddy trading post on the banks of the Missouri to a modern metropolis of innovation, Kansas City's history is a testament to resilience and adaptation. It is a city that acknowledges its past, from the grit of the stockyards to the rhythm of 18th and Vine, while constantly looking toward the next horizon. The crossroads of America remains a junction where grit meets grace, where tradition meets transformation. Whether you are walking through the historic neighborhoods that shaped American music, or navigating the sleek streets of the modern downtown, you are walking through a history that isn't just preserved. It's alive. Kansas City continues to define itself not by where it has been, but by what it continues to build.